Blackout conditions reported in Iowa City tonight. The Hawkeye faithful showing up in droves at Carver Hawkeye Arena for some women's hoops. The 11th ranked Iowa Hawkeyes looking for a 6-0 start to Big Ten. Times these teams met, it has been single-digit leads. As we take a look at the starting lineups powered by Ram trucks, nothing stops Ram. One chain guys, the series split at 1 apiece. And like I said, the last 2 games have been extremely close. This was a 1-point matchup a season ago as we are now underway, and it's the visiting Ducks with the first possession here at Carver. Over there for the Ducks, our officiating crew led by Gina Cross, Kevin Pethtel, and Julia Cromenhope. As the Hawkeyes are on the board, Hannah. Yeah, both teams very comfortable with pushing pace as Fearbox 3 rattles out. Stolke comes up with it, Stolke off the glass. 4-0 start for the Hawkeyes.
Here we see Iowa executing that half court that they love.
A little bit too aggressive there was Ari Long. Some of her teammates, extremely funny, big personality. Stolke, one of the senior leaders, tries to put it up through traffic. Hayes almost reels in the rebound, but it's a good job of getting back in transition thus far. Fearbach, nice pass. Hayes goes charging in, and it is in fact a charge as she's called for the Ducks 0 for 7 to start out this game. Wright with a deep 3-ball, and it goes down. Jensen said today that Wright pushing pace is going to be super important in this game as Atute gets her own miss. Second chance points for the Ducks. Gets it back from Bell, ends up going out. Fiso knocks it down from the corner. Crowd making some noise here. And there is an offensive foul called. Turnover here, Hawkeyes ball. For the last 3:40 of this first quarter, something to keep an eye on as well. Chitchat Wright back in the game. Good news here for the Hawkeyes. Hayden from the elbow, also good news for the freshman. Top 100 recruit out of high school into the game. Time running out for the Hawkeyes. Nice pass, and Hayden makes them pay.
They're as they can, and it obviously worked for them.
11-6 lead here for the Hawkeyes, and that ends a 2:17 scoring drought for the Ducks. Bell, a player who can get hot in a hurry, coming off the career-high 18 points against Michigan State. But there's a 3-point answer from the freshman, Addie Deal.
For that.
Hayden also pesky down low. Stolke pesky on the glass. Deal in the paint.
We see Fearbach giving that pesky energy up top.
Bell, and she drains it. Nothing but net. Big.
Well, she's got a great size on her that can really help in that way as well.
Hayden with just a couple seconds left gets the in. Fearbach with a handoff, 7 to shoot. Deal gets into the lane, dribbles it out, and she touched it last.
Great Hezzy.
Right pushing. Deal finds Stolke. Good pass, finish, and one. Hannah Stolke came. Jacobs called for the travel.
Yeah, sometimes your feet are just not as quick as your mind.
Coach Graves did mention, though, turnover is something to keep an eye on as well. He said we got to take care of the basketball. As Fearbach knocks down a corner tray. Hawkeyes starting to heat up from.
They just aren't falling just quite yet. It seems like they are more and more.
Stolke, meanwhile, draws the foul on the other end. This Oregon team,
you know, getting some shots and getting into her rhythm. I think that would help with the tempo, with Oregon's tempo just in general, because she's really, you know.
Easy twos. Right now they're working in the half court. Pass out. Barham knocks down the 3 for the Ducks. Much to find a rhythm. That one just rolls out. McCabe 0 for 2 now from beyond the arc. A great 3-point shooter, though, on the season is Rambis. Hits a deep 2. Fans on their feet here at Carver Hawkeye Arena. Randomly making some noise, trying to cheer on this team. And they certainly fueled Fearbach there. It's in the rebounds. Right. So quick. Was it a pass? What is it, a shot? We don't know.
It was a good job at sharing the ball.
Right now, their 2 bigs, Hayden and Stolke, accounting for more than half of the team's points. But Muhammad gets an easy 2 there for the Ducks. Over the top pass. Muhammad getting hot here for Oregon.
Great patience
here in the second quarter. It was called on the ground, though, to be clear. That's why there's the baseline inbounds. Deal drives to the basket and gets
by Deal.
Love to see that aggression from the freshman. Something Coach Jensen said today is Muhammad. Heat check time, maybe.
Man, she
pass. Hayden almost not ready for it. Recovers, can't get the roll. Somehow flies in, trying to get her own miss, but a foul is called. Fiso just 1 of 7 so far. Hayden squaring up on Rambis, makes contact and does get called for the offensive foul, which leaves Hayden heads to the bench. Stolke comes in for her, so Iowa now running a small ball lineup. Rambis gets the feed. Rambis gets it to go.
Strong move by Rambis.
Deal lets it fly.
Man.
And points 4 of 4 from the field. 10 to shoot as Kane has a 3-point response. Miscue though as Iowa throws it away. Oregon looking to take advantage. Fiso speeding forward. A little bit too much out of control. Iowa basketball.
Attacking that defense, and she hadn't missed yet, so.
Bell starting to catch fire. Again, this Oregon athletic play. And the Ducks could not get the last shot off in time. Iowa with the 36-31 lead at the Oregon Ducks. Once again, shooting 38% from the floor, shooting better from 3 than from the field in the first half, as Hayden gets it inside. But trouble in the first half as well. First team foul here in this third quarter. McCabe took some contact maybe, but nails the tray. Her first. An elite 3-point shooter. Went back a couple of games, went 1 of 9 from 3 against Penn State as Fiso comes up short. But the second chance goes, a Iowa team that's been elite in that category. Stolke, great passing and the finish.
Oregon is staying.
Atute bringing it up the floor. Atute trying to go coast to coast. Hayden, though, defending her, gets called for the foul, which would be her third. Certainly keep an eye on the fouling as this game progresses. Stolke's second, team second, and there's a whistle on the other side. He has it swiped. Hayes just couldn't quite reel in the bounce pass from Stolke.
Great ball movement, and you really saw how
that this Hawkeyes team has seen from Hannah Stolke this season is this time she's double teamed, finds right, cashes in. Big 3 for the Hawkeyes. As well. 7 to shoot though here for the Hawkeyes. Feuerbach. Stolke with a deep 2, and Stolke is on fire. Should have been a 6 assist there for Stolke, who now has 11 points, also 2 steals. As I mentioned, the defensive activity. Rambis receives a great pass. 8 now on the shot clock. Fiso trying to break down the defense. Fiso lets it fly.
There's that mid-range. That one.
Fiso coming off a big game against Michigan State, led the way with 20 points, 3 boards, as Wright is starting to heat up from beyond the arc. Gives the Hawkeyes another possession. McCabe cannot get the roll. Hayes out of play.
Yeah, instead of all the, old farts as we called them on my team, which I was one of.
Muhammad old farts, just like you, Nikki. My goodness. How do you guys even make it to the gym as Teal drives it inside, playing with extreme. Defended well by Tuhina. Feuerbach has to throw it up, misses everything, and it is a shot clock violation for the Hawkeyes. By the way, the Ducks in the prior possession.
Willing to give up.
Feuerbach puts it on the deck, gets fouled. Last played 12-10 against UConn before getting into last game against Indiana, returning from that ankle injury tonight as Tuhina knocks down the corner 3. First start since that injury, so working back into things. Deal cannot miss. Addie Deal runs now game clock, shot clock. Stolke spinning in the lane. Oh, beautifully done. Hannah Stolke off the glass. Stremlo the rebound. Sees Ava Hayden streaking ahead, who takes quite a bit of contact from Tilly Ander, and the foul is called. Really efficient. Oregon, though, still trying to make up some ground here. Now down by 17. Fiso, the leading scorer, drives in and gets it to
Time and got the shot that they wanted and was highest percentage.
Deal! Oh my goodness! Addison Deal with the new season high. Is a career high as well. But my goodness, Addison Deal not missing anything. 4 of 4 from deep. Oregon, though, with the response. 9 on the shot clock. Deal draws the foul. Ari Long called for the foul there, her second. In high school, Iowa Gatorade Player of the Year. Once again, a Cedar Rapids, Iowa native, playing in her home state. As Atute spins, Atute gets it to once here in the second half, though. Stolke faces up. Stolke getting really comfortable in that mid-range. Then Katie Fiso, I know we talked about not having the shooting night she's looking for with 9 points, but 4 of 16 from the floor. Someone who has been playing well, though, is Feuerbach almost has it stolen away. Right. Finds McCabe, but there's a foul down low. Foul on Chit Chat right. Iowa team still shooting the ball pretty efficiently. As there's a deep 3 from Tuhina. She hits it from the parking lot.
I mean, you could understand how she could be in foul trouble. She's trying to stop those posts on the Iowa team.
Atute, though, with another offensive board. Who's heading out. Deal again leading the way here. Atute right under the basket gets the deuce. Man, today at shoot-arounds, because I was asking him if he feels like the last couple of years his teams have shifted to be more defensive than what we saw during that era as Barhoum hits a 3. It's the offense there. Field goal percentage, effective field goal percentage. But Coach Graves said, I actually feel like our teams are quietly and sneaky good defensively during the Ionescu days as
offense to get an unforced turnover.
That length producing more than 12 steals per game. Atute continues her hot streak.
Of Oregon, how, you know, they could potentially just make it to the point of finishing out games.
The high down here in the last 30 seconds. 7 on the shot clock now. McCabe. And there's a foul called in the fight for the rebound. Rutgers and Maryland. So finally a stretch without some ranked opponents for Kelly Graves' side. And there's a 3 ball that goes down for Tuhina.
I mean, she has got
on their feet here at Carver Hawkeye Arena. Iowa seals their 5th straight win. The Hawkeyes take an elite showing for this Iowa team against a really good Oregon side. Nikki, what were some of your main takeaways from what we saw tonight?
what I